Hello everyone, welcome back. Clay Rammage, welcome to my channel. Hey, Goodwill bins haul today. Had a great time at the bins. I didn't find too many household items, but I did another huge book haul. So lots of great books though. I love our bins for the fact that most people just ignore the antique books. Don't know why, but I like it because I get a great selection of books. So we'll get into that. I didn't even count to see how many I got, but all total I spent $50 today for everything, and 90% of that was books. Let me pull it out and take a quick peek. So wares was $10, yep, and then the rest was books. So $40 in books, but well worth it. One of the things I found was some coins, and these are euros. So there's yeah, 4 of them. I just thought it was fun. I like collecting foreign money. They're quite dirty. I don't know what happened to them, but those are easy enough to clean up. Oh, and by the way, there's a link down in the description if you want to buy me a coffee. Need some good refreshment. One of the things I found was this lovely little coin wallet, and look, it's got the little divider in it. And I remember when I was in high school art class, we actually made one of these. Oh, I just noticed. This has a Indian chief head and initials MB, it looks like, on it, which is kind of cool. And the little plastic thing says made in the USA. But I remember making one of these when I was in high school. We did the little braiding around the edge. Wonder whatever happened to that. Who knows? Along with all the other stuff from childhood, it ended up somewhere. Okay. This is the funny factor. Look at this. It's a chicken purse. Is that awesome or what? I couldn't pass it up. It's a fairly modern piece. I have no idea. NYCTLT is what's on the little plastic tag. But I thought that is just awesome. It's got a little dirt. I can clean that off easily enough. But I'll take that down to the Pink Elephant, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll list on eBay. I don't know. Oh, here, what's this say? It says made in China. But I just thought that's hilarious. What a great thing. You don't see a chicken purse every day, that's for sure. I picked up this Christmas tie. I love the vintage Santa look on it. It's a Norman Rockwell tie, actually. So that's why I grabbed that. That'll go into my personal collection. Picked up a hat. If you watch the most YouTubers that do reselling, they sell tons of hats. And I was like, there's a bunch of hats in this one bin, so I started sorting through them. And this one I picked up because it's DeKalb, which is a seed company. It's got pheasants on the front with the barn, so it's a farm scene, and it's K Products, which is one of the names to look out for in hats. So I thought, well, it's got everything going for it. It does need a little cleaning, but otherwise it's in great shape. A little clean, it should be good. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I can get 15 bucks for a hat. Found a little bottle brush tree. This is a modern one, but this will go into our personal collection at home. Found this vintage looking wrapping paper. I just love the look of it, and I can use that for wrapping when I'm shipping stuff. And I was going to look this up, and I failed to do it, but I picked up this ceramic plate. I've seen this signature before on the back, and I can't place it, but he's a known potter. So I'll have to look him up. I think I've sold his stuff before. Anyway, so we'll look him up, but if not, I just love the plate. It's a beautiful, beautiful ceramic plate. Actually, it's a clay-based plate. And then this was Sorry, I gotta get a rag because the oil leaked out of this. It's this, and I didn't get all of it wiped up. It must not be on there tight. Is this beautiful lamp, oil lamp. It's a more modern piece. It's not too old, but I love the blue and white base, the flowers, and it is a Lamplight Farms lamp, so good quality. And now I'm covered in oil and smell like lamp oil. So I don't know. I have to deal with that. I'm going to put that over here so it doesn't get over everything. But yeah, you don't see the blue and white ones very often, so that's why I picked that one up. Thought it'd make a great addition. All right, now we're going to get into the books because that's what we have left. I found this little children's book. It's the Little Big Books. This is the story, The Good Friends. Oh, the pages are stuck together, of course. The man was ill. His friends took him to Jesus. So I just thought it was a fun little tiny book. Another kid's book was this one, How to Tell Time. It's got the clock on the front page. It does have some writing in it, but this is from 1957. So, and again, I put like $2 and put these down at the Pink Elephant. Do fairly well. Picked up this one the night before Christmas. No name or anything in this. This one's in great condition. And I sold these over Christmas time, so down at the Pink Elephant. All right, so let me see. All right, I'll wait to get down to that one. This one is, the cover isn't in very good shape, but it's called Little Folks of Many Lands. And it's from 1904. So it's just a little children's book talking about different kids from different lands, which is really kind of cool. Pets at School, the little pamphlet put out by the American Education Press back in 1934. I thought that was fun. Oops, hold on, books, hold on. The Autocrat of the Breakfast Table. This is a book by Oliver Wendell Holmes. Okay, I'm about to say something that is totally wrong. I, for some reason, had a brain blurb at this point and said that Oliver Wendell Holmes wrote Sherlock Holmes. What? What was I thinking? Oliver Wendell Holmes was a poet, physician, and multiple other things. Had nothing to do with Sherlock Holmes. So, that's Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So anyway, just ignore what I have to say. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. Some of you may recognize that name from Sherlock Holmes. So this was another one of his books that he wrote. This one, couldn't find a date in this one, but I assume it's probably early 1900s. There's a picture of Mr. Holmes. Not Sherlock, but Oliver. So yeah, so that this could be a fairly valuable book. A number of these, I was surprised at $20+. So, you know, just selling a couple of these and I've already got my money back. So, can't beat that. This one, Elmwood. This is from 1876. I love this dedication. It says, dedication. This slight tribute of most devoted love is fondly inscribed to my beloved father for his approaching 70th birthday. Sorry, it's hard to read. But look, it's all different font styles. Each line. I thought that was hilarious. Anyway, couldn't find anything on this. 1874. It's actually in excellent condition for the age, with the exception of the back cover coming unglued. And so this page, because it's slipped, has gotten crinkled. But otherwise, amazing condition for 1874. The epigram, views of maids, wives, widows, and other amateurs and professionals. 1904. The Epigram series by McClurg. Don't know anything about this. Just thought it was an interesting book. Now, there's a number of books from this Modern Library series. So it looks like this guy was subscribed to multiple subscription services for books. This, because a lot of these have the same guy's name in them. From Pipestone, Minnesota. And like this series is from 1929. So there's a number of these. This is the Canterbury Tales by Chaucer. The spine is very faded compared to the cover. So these just sat on the bookshelf for many years. So there's a number of those over in this pile. This one's a cool book. Jane Eyre by Bronte, of course. This is the People's Edition, which I could not find. This is an inexpensive version. Pages are very yellowed, which means, you know, inexpensive paper with high acid content. But yeah, just a great looking spine though. I love those. This is another fun book. Sorry, I got distracted from these, but Hosfeld's Dano-Norwegian Dictionary. So it's English to Danish. So, and he also did a number of other different languages. Dano-Norwegian and English Dictionary. So because there's such a large Norwegian population here in the Twin Cities, that'll be great down at the Pink Elephant. Dr. Pascal by Zola. Again, this is, you know, 1898. So a lot of these are right around turn of the 1900s. Tales from Foreign Lands, Nana. So this is more of a child's, I shouldn't say, young adult's book is what I should say, not child. More of a young adult's book. This one I thought was interesting. Wasn't sure what it was at first, but it says a desk book of style, and it's from the 1930s. It's actually a English book from 1931. So different writing styles. So just a tiny little book, kind of cool. Then there's British Poets of the 19th Century. Nice big hefty book. Rippling Rhymes. This is actually another juvenile book, and it's written about sports, but it's in, you know, more of a rhyme type of style. So I thought that was a pretty cool book, and that too is like a $20 book. Memoirs of the Count Grammont by Hamilton. This is a history of Edward II of England. This does not have a date in it either. I'm surprised how many of these do not have dates. And I find that a lot of British books are not necessarily dated. But I always love when they have the red print. It's always kind of cool. And there's some great little illustrations in there too. Gray's Lessons in Botany. This is an early edition on plants. It was originally published, I think, in the 1830s. This one is a much later version, 1887. But yeah, I just thought it was a great book. It's in great shape. Beautiful illustrations. Revised edition, it says. Reminiscences of a Diplomat's Wife by Mrs. Hugh Fraser. Know nothing about this, couldn't find anything on it either. So she must have been a diplomat's wife. This is from 1912. All right, so these are, I was talking about the different sets of books. So here's like a whole set. This is a Dent. It's again an English publisher that had this series of books that all have the same spine design, obviously different colored covers. And they carried this on for quite a long time, and you can tell some of these are older. Like these two are older than these two. These are actually leather bound covers. These are paper and cloth. But you can tell how they continued on the same style. So one of these is an atlas, one is dates, and then these others are like novels. And these sell for about $10 each. Now I think the older ones, the leather covered ones, will be going for more. So right up the top of that's, I almost double my money just with that stack. So that's all good. And then what else do we got? Goethe and Schiller. It's only on the spine. Again, I didn't find a date or more information on this one. This one I actually have at home, a different version of it, but the Life and Times of Rembrandt. And I love the inside covers. They're just so cool. You can't beat these graphics in older books, in my opinion. Simply my opinion. This is from 1930. So there's a picture of Rembrandt if ever you wanted. I think that's his self-portrait. See what else do we got? The Loom of Life. Can't find anything on this one either. This one is not in very good shape. It's got watermarks. It's got dirt in it. But it does have some cute illustrations. Yeah, just a fun little book. All right, so here is the 70s, 60s to 70s. I think this talks about pop stars. I think this was 1971 if I remember right. 1966, I was wrong. First printing, 1966. That's a $10 book. Talk about all the pop stars in the 1960s. I'm gonna have to move these before they fall down. All right. Oscar the Grouch. Oh, the front was clean, but the back has a few scribbles on it. I didn't know that. But that's still a fun book. And then Dr. Seuss, Put Me in the Zoo. I remember this book. Oh, this, I did not even look at this one, or I wouldn't have picked it up. Look at it, it is severely colored. This is the 1960. Yeah, I wouldn't have picked that one up had I looked in it. I didn't look, I was too excited. I was finding all these other books. The Saggy Baggy Elephant. This one actually is in excellent condition too. 1974. Now this is the most interesting of them all and most intriguing. I'll never be able to sort out this book. So it's a wooden cover. It's called Hymn Book, hymn in quotations, so it's not a hymnal or a hermnal. It says, from this day on I'll complete a record of all the boys I meet, because among them there may be the one who will mean the world to me. So that's kind of intriguing. So open it up, and this is the first page. Again, the hymn book. So to me, this would have been mass produced, because this is, you know, printed. It's not somebody's calligraphy. And then they actually start filling in little profiles of their friends with little photos. These look like newspaper photos though, which I think is interesting. But it's just the first page. Oh, and these are all from, I believe, Marshall, Minnesota. Anyway, so this is what the blank page looks like. All the rest of them are blank. But it would have been just a little booklet of your friends. So imagine if you were keeping a book like this and you were classmates with, say, Robert Kennedy or John F. Kennedy, you know, or someone like that. That would be a really cool book. But I just was intrigued by that because I'm like, most unique. All right, Salome by Oscar Wilde. This is a $20 to $25 book. It's got lots of great illustrations in it. Look at those. So, 1920 Art Deco. Fabulous. Classic Pooh, the Pooh Storybook. This one does have a little bit of writing in it, not much. This is the 1965 publication. Pretty cool. The Boys Froissart. Again, I love these spines and the graphics on these. These are, you can usually tell these are the 1870s. Yep, 1879, based on that style. Now this one is very interesting. Indian Horrors. This book is not in very good condition, but it talks about all of the I shouldn't say all of it. It talks about different clashes with the Native Americans back in the 1800s, and described the different tactics in warfare that went on. So but this book, there's copies listed for hundreds of dollars. They sell for, in this condition, probably $20 to $30. So yeah. But then there's these. These are Robert Morgan books. There's 3 of them. This one's missing its spine, and I'm disappointed it's missing the spine because I think I saw it in one of the bins, but I didn't grab it because this is an autographed version. And that's what this spine would have said, autographed edition. So like in this one, it doesn't have the autograph. Even though it says autograph edition, it's not in here. But this one is autographed, and this one actually has the label that says, "This little volume is appreciatively dedicated to the original subscribers of the Morgan Robertson Uniform Edition, of whom this person was one. They helped to make a dream come true." And it's, here's your autograph set of Morgan Robertson's best stories. So there's a whole set of these. I found 3. And then here, he signed below the photo. And this is a real signature. It's not a facsimile that was printed when the photo was printed. So that's pretty cool. I can't find any autographed versions of his books to know what they might be worth, but that's cool. I wish I could have found all of those, but that's that. This was a really cool reference book, Ruth Webley's Sandwich Glass Handbook. And this is for collectors talking about sandwich glass, or we would call it pressed glass. All of the early versions of pressed glass. So, and of course most of this is what you find at thrift stores now because nobody's using, nobody's using this clear glass. So it's easily found. Oh, here's some oil lamps in the pressed glass. Whale oil lamps. So anyway, there's that. Plus I have a bunch more books. This is a Mark Twain book, not in the best of condition. Leather cover. It is the writings of Mark Twain. It's called limp leather, which means thin. This particular one is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. So this is a great one. Early publication, not in the best of shape. Found another reference book, Rammage. Oh, this one is, I have sold this book before. This is the Rubaiyat, something like that, of Omar Khayyam. And this one is really beautifully illustrated. And his books, based on the illustrations, is kind of how the value goes. So this one is really nicely illustrated. I was unable to find this particular version in my quick search before filming this video. So, so then, yes, more books. And I did find this book. big coffee table book on the Vikings, which that's our football team, the Vikings. So that's gonna go to the pink elephant. I think the rest of these, oh, this one's kind of cool. Sorry, Lavender and Old Lace. That's right, by Myrtle Reed. This is a great old book. This particular one, again, a $25 book. So obviously we made out very, very well. Here's more of these modern library. Again, there's a whole series of these that I got, probably, 7 or 8 of them. But yeah, still got a lot of work to do with all these books, but what a great find. It was fun. I don't know, I just love old books. Love saving them from the bins, and yeah, so now we'll get them sorted out, priced, and list them, take them down to the Pink Elephant. I do both, because I do well at the Pink Elephant with books too. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.